Jey Uso may have just defeated Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship, but it is WWE Raw who has been defeated in the ratings as they've just drawn their second lowest viewership in Monday Night history. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We're told there's a boom period. I look at the ratings and I think not. This week's Monday Night Raw delivering the second lowest rating in Raw history. You look at SmackDown this past week, had the lowest rating in 8 years. Wrestling is garbage right now. We see it every single video, and the ratings are truly beginning to reflect that.
Yeet, more like shit, son. Triple H, it's going down, down. Bad blood, bad ratings, shite show. I like it.
Forget about Jey Uso being all over the screen. It's almost like Rikishi has rubbed his big fat ass over the screen, because that's what you're getting now in wrestling. This stuff's crap, man. It's embarrassing to watch. See all these fanboys that want to pretend, oh, it's brilliant, Triple H cooking, oh, this is cinema. It's shit. It is shit. And that is why people don't watch it. Look at the history of anything on television. See when stuff goes to shit, whether it be TV series or movies or even just shows in general. When something declines, when something gets worse, the ratings drop off. Less people are watching it. This is just factual, and that's what's happened with WWE. That's what's happened with wrestling, man. Less people are watching wrestling than ever. I mean, you can make up whatever excuse you want. TV, nobody's watching. No, it's not about nobody's watching TV. It's about nobody wants to watch this on TV because it absolutely sucks.
No, it does. It's shite. I reviewed it. We watched it. It's pish. It's awful. Drew, mate. Scooby-Doo, I'm going to make you bleed. I'm not going to kill you. Punk said the same shit fucking last week. Where is Punk?
It was the same promo. But last week you had Punk saying it, and this week you had Drew saying it. So lazy, man. We can't get them both on the same show. Oh, Punk turns up this week, says a generic promo. McIntyre turns up the next week, says the same generic promo. Like, imagine back in the day, the Austin McMahon rivalry. They never actually interacted, and they never actually did anything cool. It was just Austin coming out. McMahon, next week, I'm going to hurt you. Then the next week, McMahon would come out. Austin's not there. Austin, next week, I'm going to make your life a living hell. And then it just repeated that until they finally met each other on a pay-per-view. That would be shite. And that's what we get today in the so-called biggest feud going in wrestling. Can't even be on the same show together, man.
No, but Punk can do 2 weeks in a row on NXT.
Yo, why can't we get something in? What's Drew McIntyre got? Like, why can't we see Punk destroy his sword or something, or see Drew McIntyre kidnap Larry? I mean, look at Boss Man. He fucking served up Al Snow's dog on a plate. Oh, but they can't do that. They'll get the reaction will be. Who gives a fuck? This is it's fake. It's fake. You're seeing The Walking Dead, man, or whatever. I don't know why I used that shite show as a an example, but see when Negan bashed someone's head in. It's not like they were going, oh, he's a terrible guy, that needs to get taken off air. I can't believe he done that. He cold, brutally murdered. No, because it's no real. Wrestling's no real. Why are we treating it like it's real? We're treating wrestling like it's boxing and UFC. And you know what? People can get infested in boxing and UFC, even if the fights suck, right? Even if the characters suck, even if the people have got no personality, and even if the rivalries aren't good and they're just not really interested in it. At least there's a real fight, and just watching a real fight is different from watching a fake fight.
Yeah. Fake fight, you need all the stories. You need all that.
See, you can watch, like sometimes I'll be watching a box and you tune in for the main event and there'll be a fight on in the undercard and you don't know who they are, you don't care. But sometimes the fight's that good that you're like, oh, you know what, that was a good fight, I enjoyed that. No idea who it is, but, I enjoy it. But see with wrestling, man, see, because it's fake, you actually need to care about the characters to get involved and get invested in the wrestling. No one cares about this.
No, it's piss.
This is garbage, man.
It's shite.
Anyway, Monday 23rd of September, Monday Night Raw did a 1.339 million, which is the lowest rating since September last year, and that was actually the lowest rating in Raw history. So, I mean, last year, September, they did the lowest rating. This year they've done the second lowest rating. It looks like September going forward might not be a good month for WWE. But yeah, this is shocking. And people are saying, but no, nobody's watching football anymore. Well, why did the Washington Commanders versus the Cincinnati Bengals, that got 13.2 million, but nobody's watching TV anymore. Nobody's watching TV anymore. Tracker, show that came on after the Super Bowl, shitey show, not even that good, got 18 million in its debut episode. Everyone's like, oh, that was only because of the Super Bowl drop off. It consistently stayed at 8 million for the next 12 episodes, and that's a crap TV series. It wasn't any good. So see, this whole excuse nobody's watching TV is bullshit. Nobody's watching wrestling because it sucks. Everybody's got a TV. Going to a house where there's no TV doesn't happen. See if something's good, you're not gonna, oh, I'll watch it DVR the next day, I'll check out the YouTube clips the next day. See if wrestling was good, you'd be sitting down at 8 PM on a Monday to fucking watch it. It really is that simple.
It's that simple. Here in the UK, I'd be up 1 AM watching it if it was good. Sadly, we sit and watch it and it's pish.
Where's the passion?
For who?
You.
Wrestling has got me on my knees, man. I'm depressed.
I will just you go over there and be depressed then, because we're going to talk about the ratings. So 1.339 million. Last week did a 1.509 million. So we're down 11% on last week. We're down 16% on the last trailing 4 weeks, which ain't great. This week's key demo, 18 to 49 demographic, did a 0.43. Last week did a 0.49. Down 12% on that, and down 14% over the last trailing 4 weeks. So you just look at the numbers, man, and the numbers ain't good. We know that. It's no surprise, but it is getting lower. And with Monday Night Raw, you knew that when the football started back, you know, that was just another opportunity for WWE to lose more viewers, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Don't get me wrong, they'd be doing crap ratings without Monday Night Raw. We already know that, but the fact is, when you have competition, when you have anything that can take away even more viewers from an awful product already, then it's going to do that. And how low can the Raw rating go? I mean, how low can we go here? I reckon we'll dip into the 1.2s. Absolutely we'll go into 1.2s. Now that would be the lowest ever, I believe, because last year's September did a 1.331 million. This week's did a 1.339. So this week's Raw is only 8,000 higher than the lowest Raw of all time. That will be beaten 100%. That will be beaten in the next couple of months, especially with NFL on. And we're only, what, you're only 39,000 away from dipping into 1.2. That's 100% guaranteed that will happen. It's going to happen. You know, we're on the build-up to big title match, Intercontinental title. It's a premium live event quality. Oh, the two big monsters are meeting in the... They gives a shite. They get the belt off Gunther. I'm not saying that taking the belt off him's going to get you up to 5 million viewers, but, I mean, he's not helping. Gunther's no helping. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, it is time to get into the videos. It's time to look at... I mean, I don't even want to say who drew, because nobody's fucking drawing.
Drew's called Drew and he can't even draw.
It's time to see who is... That's not bad, actually. It's time to see who's drawing in the number one fuse. So...
let's go. Let's talk about it.
Full match. Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso, Intercontinental title. 15 minutes. 1.4 million. And you know what? That seems to be the only way WWE get clips now that actually draw, by putting full match at the beginning of the title. People just seem to want to watch the full match. But anyway, 1.4. I mean, that is... It's not bad, but I mean, let's be honest. Nobody cares about Jey Uso, right? He's got a wee cool chant that they chant when he's coming out, but... It's pretty lame, and nobody cares, honestly. That is the truth.
No, people are, pure market. Oh, we're going to get Jey against Jimmy at Survivor Series. Who gives a fuck about that?
We've already seen it.
It was awful. It was horrendous.
Possibly the worst match at Mania. Right, then we got Jey Uso celebrates his Intercontinental title win in second place. That's got 580k, and this wasn't exclusive. And the exclusive never really draw. So, I mean, look, I'll give credit here to Jey Uso, because these numbers are pretty good. However, I think, and I'm not trying to downplay, these numbers, I genuinely believe the only reason these numbers are so high is because people are actually kind of genuinely shocked that we got a title change, because we've just seen that you do not get title changes for belts that mean something on televised shows anymore. So I think this is more of a case of people are just shocked that Jey Uso won, because honestly, man, see if it went the other way and Braun Breaker retained, I guarantee you these feuds would be mediocre. It's just because Jey Uso won and people are shocked. People are probably clicking on this to actually see if it's real, and they're not being trolled. They actually cannot believe it. And that's how predictable wrestling's been. Title match on free TV, never changing hands. So
I think Triple H has just done this though to try and throw a spanner in the works. I don't think this
not all title reigns have to be 10 years long.
No, I don't think this was the plan, honestly. I see a couple of weeks ago, I don't think they had any intention of Jey Uso winning that belt. I think Rikishi's arse has fucking dialed up Triple H and went, here son, you need to fucking put my son with that belt.
You gotta stop steering my son wrong. Anyway, coming in third place, we have Dirty Dominic Mysterio to be locked in a shark cage. This got 496k, so almost 500k. Right, just before we go on to clip number 4 here, I really do not like the shark cage match. I have no interest in the shark cage match. For me, it's just an awful stipulation that really offers nothing. I get it, it's preventing whoever is in the cage from getting involved. First of all, Dominic doesn't get involved because he's not allowed to. He can't physically touch Rhea Ripley. Second of all, you could just ban him from ringside, and if he appears, Liv Morgan has to Liv Morgan stripped their belt. There's no need for a shark cage. I get it, maybe they're playing into the whole, oh, he's Dirty Dom, he's been locked up before nonsense, but that was a long, long time ago. And third of all, I mean, rather than have a cage around Dirty Dom, wouldn't it be better if we had a cage around Liv and Rhea and Dom was on the outside? And that would add more to the match, because a shark cage floating above the ring adds nothing. At least a steel cage adds something to the actual match. Now you could say, well, they don't want to do that because CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are having a Hell in a Cell, and actually how would you even have a steel cage hanging above the ring with a Hell in a Cell? Wouldn't really make a lot of sense, wouldn't really be possible. And you know what, I mean, that's fair enough, I'll accept that, but can we not just get a different stipulation than a shark cage? Because I think it sucks.
Yeah, I think it sucks too. Here, I just think this is another example of how they've like demasculined wrestlers in 2024. Whenever would you have seen this in the past where the male would be hanging in a fucking shark cage over a women's match?
I mean, it does kind of suit Dominic, like, I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, but that's because they fucking butchered Dominic. And the rest of the Judgment Day, it's like, oh, Dominic's put in the shark cage to not interfere. Well, why don't the rest of Judgment Day interfere?
Yeah, you know what, though? I was kind of hoping that once Dominic broke away from Rhea Ripley, that he would take up a different kind of persona and we'd see a more manly or masculine version of Dominic, and it's just not really happened, because the guy basically alluded to the fact that, I mean, part of the reason why he turned on Rhea was because it was embarrassing that he was coming out calling her mommy. Well, you know, what you doing? You're still talking about fucking chicken nuggets, mate, and you're hanging above a cage, so it is still kind of embarrassing that way. Like, no one truly gets over to the next level doing what Dominic's doing. It might be alright for a mid-card title or something like that, or, you know, North American Championship, but if you want to main event a Mania, if you want to be in the world title scene, you can't have Dominic's gimmick. So I'd like to see if we actually get more of a dirty, like, sleazebag, but more of a masculine version of Dominic rather than this little guy that hides behind Liv Morgan.
No,
almost.
You know what though? Fucking, I know I just buried him and said he's not a man, but you know, give Dominic Mysterio the belt. See this stuff with the Judgment Day? It always draws, right? And see if this guy, imagine this guy is a heel fucking chicken shit champion, cheating to win every match and getting roll up victories and beating Gunther. That would actually draw alright in the clips. Because he draws alright without it. Gunther fucking sucks. He comes out in quarter 3 with Sami saying, "You want to go with the nipples, Sami?" No, is the answer. And that's it, one and done.
Not great. Right, clip 4. Braun Strowman interrupts Big Bronson Reed's match with The Miz. 495k. I mean, people are interested in it. It's good for them, I guess. I'm not.
It's awful.
It's just not.
It's just regressed for the first incident.
Yeah, it's like every week it seems to get like more tame and tame. And Doesn't really make
You know,
any sense.
see in World War Two, you know, the final straw was like Hiroshima and Hakasami. You know, they didn't do that fucking on the first day of the war, did they?
No.
Then send the troops in.
Fifth place, we have Braun Strowman and Big Bronson Reed begin Raw with Destruction, 398k. We got that there, them battling backstage. So people seem to be into this big men stuff here. Then in sixth place, we have Rey Mysterio helps Dragon Lee take down Carlito, 379k.
Like, how is Gunther not outdrawing that? He's the what? Fucking Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee.
Sixth place, we have Xavier Woods snaps at Rey Mysterio backstage, 372k. That was seventh. Eighth place, we have Xavier Woods loses his cool during the New Day's match with American Made, 281k. And finally, in ninth place, we have Gunther refuses to fight Sami Zayn after Zayn defeats Ludwig Kaiser, 274k. So Gunther, the world champion, his clip, only ninth highest. Right.
That tells you all you need to know.
I'm not saying the champion has to be the highest clip every week, because sometimes somebody else, you don't have to be the biggest drawing star to be the champion, right? Because if that was the case, like Cena would have held the belt for 10 years non-stop, all right?
Yep.
Roman Reigns would still have the belt. If that was the case, if you had to be the biggest straw, then Roman Reigns would still have the belt right now. They'd have put the belt on The Rock when he came back. Punk would have had it when he came back. You know, it just is what it is. Austin would have never lost it. McMahon would have never been able to screw Austin out the belt. Austin would have had the belt constantly, right? You don't need to be the biggest draw to be the world champion, but I think you need to be one of the bigger draws. And the same when it comes to these YouTube clips, right? I'm not saying, see if you're the champion, you don't need to be the biggest drawing clip every week, because sometimes you might not be the biggest draw, or sometimes you might be the biggest draw, but you might just not be doing anything that great that week on Raw, and there could be something more exciting happening down the card, alright? But surely you should be in the top 5. I mean, Gunther is 9th, and it's a distant 9th. He's like, he's behind 2 different clips of Xavier Woods being upset. I mean, what the hell?
No, this is why the ratings are so fucking low, right? Because that big-nosed fucker just caters to people going for him. No, it's embarrassing, right? We bury Cody Rhodes, but see, at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes draws in the clips. He does, right? Not saying it's mammoth numbers, not saying he brings in 10 million each clip, but see, Cody Rhodes, does he or does he not have the higher rated clips on SmackDown?
Yes.
Right? Unless it's Roman Reigns of the Bloodline. That's the only people that really seem to beat him, right? See if you're 9th, yo, and it's not only 9th, right? Yeah, he's 9th, but look at the amount of people that are appearing in clips above him. He's not his 9th, he's about fucking 35th when you actually factor the amount of people in clips.
It's mental. So 9th for Gunther. Then in 10th, we have Damian Priest discusses his history with Finn Balor. No, sorry, we have Rhea Ripley. Can't wait to see Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage. I got 217k. 11th place, we have Damian Priest discussing his history with Finn Balor, 199k. 12th place, Drew McIntyre vows to send CM Punk to hell, 190k. I mean, look how low that is. But you know what? I can't blame people for not being interested, because it's the same shite every week.
Yeah. No, it is.
Now, Drew CM Punk, that should be one of, if not the highest clip. But nobody's watched it, because they know it's the same shit. They know CM Punk's there, not there. And they know that Drew's going to cut the same promo that Punk did last week. I think that's embarrassing. That's on 190k.
Yeah. If we're burying Gunther...
That's not an exclusive. That's an actual promo for Drew to build up his Hell in a Cell match with Punk. And it's got 190k fucking views.
They must fucking know looking at these clips. That big-nosed cunt, he's ruined wrestling.
Even that Rhea Ripley clip at 217k, that's a backstage exclusive. That's not even part of the show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's mental. And then we have 13th place, Damage Control notch a big win against the Unholy Union, 163k. Who titled that? Honestly, man, it's Tony Khan hacked WWE social media page. Damn it! How can anything be a big win? Even if the Unholy Union were champs, beating them wouldn't be a big win.
No, it wouldn't be. I mean, notch a big win. That's straight at the Tony Khan playbook. But why? Why are these? No. See if you think this is good, or you think these people... It's a fucking mental illness.
Right.
You need checked. You need to go to the doctors.
Last place, Karrion Kross continues to play mind games with The Miz. 129k. This was last on the list. This guy thinks he's great, but I mean, he's the same guy that claimed that his Twitch streams and Scarlett's OnlyFans were setting them up for life and they never had to wrestle again, even though the split in terms of revenue made would have been like, I'm not even joking, it would have probably been like at least 97-98% her and 2% him. Yeah. This guy was making fucking hee-haw. This guy was making hee-haw a month on Twitch, whereas Scarlett was making like about over 25-30k a month on OnlyFans. And this guy is claiming that him going live on Twitch a couple of times a week and getting about 70 views.
No, I think he worked out. I think he was making $500 maybe a month, potentially. If that. Which means he's making an 80th of what she's making. That's not a joint thing. That's her bringing the fucking bread home.
So that's what, an 80th...
That's him eating the bread and she's bringing it home.
Oh, an 80th would be about, what, 98 point something in her favour then?
Yep.
High, like 98.6, and he's bringing in the 1.4.
No, but see with something like... See when it's that high... If you lost his income, it changes fuck all.
You lose her income.
It changes everything.
It's a game changer. So, aye guys, that's your Monday Night Raw clips there. Yeah, credit where credit's due. I mean, Jey Uso did bring in views, but again, I think that's purely just because people are shocked that a title change happened, because I know I was shocked. And then, of course, we'll give credit to the Judgment Day, who always seem to do decent numbers. And then, yeah, the big sweaty men seem to be doing all right as well. But everything else absolutely sucks. I mean, Damian Priest backstage discussing his history with Finn Balor doesn't even get 200k. This guy was world champ a few months ago. Drew McIntyre promising to send Punk to hell, making him bleed, didn't even get 200k. Gunther, the champ, barely gets over 200k. So, I mean, numbers are just, they're shocking.
Yeah, but see the way we're burying the Drew Punk stuff? It's like, maybe it would just be better if they just didn't appear. Maybe it would be better if we actually just had 3-week absences from them both. Because, what's the point?
Well, I don't know. This is a tough watch.
It is. It's fucking shite, man.
But anyway, guys, we try and make it enjoyable. So, yeah, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment. We'll catch you in the next one. Fog Wrestling. We're going to go now and try and maybe watch something that isn't wrestling, and so we don't feel as depressed. But no one, honestly, man, no one enjoys this. See if you're a properly mentally functioning human being, you ain't watching Raw thinking this is great stuff. You ain't.
No.
There was a video going viral, and I know it's going to sound, that's a bit mean. There was the guy must have been like 11 or 12, and he was fucking crying his eyes out when Jey Uso won. That's pathetic, man. See, my son did that. He wouldn't be allowed to watch Raw. TV would be getting turned off. Away bed. Fucking loser.
Fucking tell me about it.
Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.